There's one game coming out soon that has fundamentally changed the landscape of the gaming industry. It's a black hole, and you just can't see it yet, but everything around it has been pushed out as a result. Watching every other showcases from last week, something was dawning on me. At first, we had a bunch of games that were starting to release in September and October, as well as being delayed away into 2027. At first, I thought, like, that's a bit wild, but the longer that it kept happening throughout these showcases across multiple different events, it became very, very apparent that GTA 6 has done something mad here. It's more than a game. It's a cultural event that every other developer is just scared to try and intersect it. And another thing I was thinking was just that with all this stuff releasing, especially in September and October, when am I going to get to play these damn games? Because inevitably something's going to go amiss here. So this right here is where the rough gaming landscape ends up due to all of these announcements. We have the first area, Act 1, as we'll call it. September's an absolute war zone. In the 24th of September alone, there are four big games releasing. You have Control Resonant, Silent Hill Townfall, Hot Wheels Infinite Rush, and Valor Mortis, but a little bit more on that later. Around it then, we have like Wolverine coming out, we've got Dude Awakening getting its PS5 release, Onimusha The Way of the Sword, Minecraft Dungeons 2, Valheim 1.0. To be fair, Valheim's the main one I care about because I absolutely love Valheim. But anyway, even NBA 2K27 has got pushed farther forward into September when it usually would release around that late October time frame. And that's one of Tech2's games, the same as GTA is. And that didn't stop in September. October became the overflow car park of this whole situation. Gears of War E-Day, Phantom Blade Zero, Dragon's Dogma 2's Dark Arisen DLC, Castlevania plus Planet Zoo 2. These 2 months are just crushed because one game called dibs on the whole time slot. And then we have Act 2, it's the vacuum of it all. This is the real black hole of it all. In November, GTA 6 releases on September 19th, and basically nothing else of where it releases. December, in turn, is a ghost town. Like, the only thing I can really see is, I don't know, like Xenoblades getting a port on this even in December. It's the biggest window of the year. It's when Christmas is coming up. It's when all these developers are usually trying to sell their games. And it's empty. It's an absolute ghost town. And the one sort of benefit is, realistically, with when GTA comes out and how long it's going to take to complete, assuming you don't go straight from the main game into the online mode and all of that, is that there's just going to be a lot of games that get lost in the mix. But hopefully, if you keep on top of your gaming backlog, at least you'll sort of have them for that November, December time slot. Maybe. If you have the money to, I guess. And then everything sort of starts kicking back up again, middle of January into late February. We have Stranger of Heaven, comes out on January 15th. Then a few days later, Persona 4 Revival comes out. Then there's a bunch of games at the minute that are all just slated for 2027. Clearly, they just want to see where people land and, slot themselves in where they can. Because a lot of people have said that these games are done. It's just that they're waiting on, the dust to settle, as it were. You have Resident Evil Veronica, Tomb Raider, Until Dawn 2. All of that is just pushing themselves into 2027. They don't want to care. Which, that in itself isn't too unusual for the announcements window. But for so many games that have already been announced or we are already aware of, and we have been aware of for a while, all getting pushed out that far is a bit wild. But here's where it gets funny. There are two studios that took opposite reactions to this whole situation and both sort of proved the point of what GTA has done. You've got one that ran from all the noise in September just to run into another wall, that being Valor Mortis. Originally slated for that 24th of September time slot, it's pushed itself back into October 13th. And for what they stated, that's because September has become absolutely stacked with incredible looking games, which it has, but October's not much better. It's funny, actually, they did post a clip of their own character getting killed and captioned it of live footage of us trying to find a clear release date in fall 26. It's pretty good. And this is the funny part, is the fact they saw what I'm seeing here, that September is absolutely stacked, and they moved into the October, which is also absolutely fucking stacked. There was nowhere safe. the black hole has taken everything that could have been in a reasonable sort of release cadence, and it's just now nothing. And then we have the one that refused. Furyu put Crime Light over to November 5th, which is only 2 weeks before GTA 6 releases. In an interview that those devs did, they were asked the question of, are you not afraid of the GTA 6 release? And they said that while many publishers are afraid, maybe not every publisher, meaning themselves, maybe we're not just afraid enough, which, fair enough. It actually might be quite a smart move when you have so many games releasing in September and October of this year. Probably the only safest thing you can do is go closer to the black hole, because they're 2 weeks away from release. The game seems to be quite different from what GTA 6 is going to be. So realistically, there's not going to be as much of an overlap as if it was Assassin's Creed or a Witcher game or an open world type of deal releasing in that window. I think in that case it would just be a case of, well, let's hold out for GTA 6. But for something like this, it's got that uniqueness to it that can allow it to go farther. So yeah, they might be actually making the smartest play of anyone here and going against the grain to be right there within the black hole, and they'll maybe, come out well out of it. And so what we've seen with this is, instead of the thing of when a game gets delayed, everybody's up in arms about, oh my god, why is this delayed? Why is this happening? People at this point are like, the studios are proudly announcing it, and gamers are like, well, yes, that makes sense. GTA 6 is there. So people want to avoid GTA. They don't want to be caught up in that gravitational pull that means that their players are not going to play their game when it releases. But then this player cost for a player, like for myself, like there's a lot of great games within September and October that I want to play. Most of them I mentioned in my last video. Please check it out if you haven't already. That'd be great. So yeah, if you're a gamer that buys more than a couple games a year, you're going to be drowning in September and October for choices and what to play, and there's nothing new in November, December. So at least you've got plenty of time to play them before GTA inevitably comes out, and that be a game you buy. But it means, again, things are going to go missed, or people are going to spend a lot of money to make sure they have the games they want to get. Or again, you can wait for a sale, but those initial launch numbers are obviously going to be hard for the developers. And this is specifically a GTA-ism. We don't see this for any other game. GTA has a certain magnitude to it that impacts the entire industry. It's a system seller. It's a behemoth. And it'll only happen again if, one, GTA 6 delivers the way that GTA 5 did, and the previous games did, and that online does as well. And for two, that its online component doesn't just do well on release, but is maintained the same way that GTA 5's was, especially if they managed to port it to every console under the damn fucking sun. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think this is the new normal for this time of year in gaming, or do you think it's just specifically a Rockstar thing, or do you think it's maybe a one-time deal? Do you think people have overhyped GTA 6 so much that once this happens, it's just never gonna recur because people will be disappointed that GTA 6 is not as big or as mad as they invented it to be in their head? And tell me what you actually want to play in the September October pileup, because at this point I genuinely can't choose. And yeah, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I know a lot of the other videos I've done over the last couple of weeks have been very script based, so this is a lot more off the cuff for me, and I hope it was okay. I say, with the way I've recorded this, I'll have a lot of flubs to get out of it, but I hope you enjoyed, and I really, really hope that you can let me know your thoughts as I've said. Otherwise, have a very good rest of your day, and peace.